Hi, I'm Trey Bowles, Managing Director for Techstars Anywhere, and welcome to our 2024 Spring Demo Day. We're going to switch things up a little bit this time to our intro. Yes, you're still going to get to meet all the companies and hear about all the amazing things that they're doing. But first, I want to show you a little bit of our Techstars Anywhere magic. We're going to be using one of our AI technology companies, Naria AI, to introduce you to all of the founders. Now just give me one sec to Nariify myself. Now, come with me as we enter a new world powered by Naria AI. Our incredible team of founders, entrepreneurs, and world changers is passionate and dedicated to building a company with massive opportunity that will transform their industries and create outsized returns for their customers, investors, and themselves. Before you hear from our founders directly about their creating an exciting future, let me give you a brief intro to each of the startups you're about to see today. First up, what you see right now is a glimpse of Naria AI, which allows you to express your creativity by creating your own characters and turn your imagination into personalized stories, like we did with the Nariified version of our story, myself, and all of our founders and team. Creative storytelling impacts our lives in so many ways, which is why we also invested in Fable, an AI-powered choose-your-own-adventure reading experience that allows you to choose or create your own stories in real time. Stay tuned as I have a simple ask for you based upon the Fable concept in just a little bit. Speaking of life impact, we all know water is the primary source of all life. Namara Water Technologies is helping us monitor and conserve this precious and necessary resource and save money in the process. Another important resource is food. Agri-Trak supports local farmers around the world, helping them to manage their farms more efficiently and save them money. On the other end of the food spectrum, Epicurate is making it simple to arrange and enjoy luxury experiences from private chefs, sommeliers, and more. Some people also consider sleep a luxury experience, especially if they're not getting enough of it. OtterSpace has created a simple yet massively effective way to ensure that all of us get the sleep we need to be our best selves and to be able to thrive throughout every day. Now, let's step into the world of work, specifically the mental health side of work, with Shoulder, who will share more about how their peer-supported, non-clinical mental health resources are improving lives. Fire Memos is also working to improve our work lives and support the workforce in a positive way by helping employees track and communicate their professional wins and goals. Education, including financial education, is another way startups are supporting people in a positive way. RedVest is providing gamified investment education to stock market newbies, teaching people how to improve their financial future. Space Ready is also helping us decrease risk in the future. Their technology provides risk analysis for space travel, as well as helping to mitigate potential disasters for professionals working in harsh or dangerous environments. On a lighter note, our startups are also transforming the future of gaming. Lucky Juicebox has created a must-see-to-believe experiential gaming experience and a platform for others to easily build inside of this new world. Dynamic founders and creators building the future and solutions I just mentioned need support and oftentimes funding. Enter Inspire, a new investment strategy solution that allows you to invest in the individual entrepreneur, creating a more secure and founder-first investment alternative. Each of these founders have been supported by one of the best teams in the business, from Carly Furcade, who is our master of ceremonies and the executor of what makes this program great, to Misty Kane, our world-class investor and entrepreneur mentor, including our incredible EIRs, Julie Penner and Kate Broddick, who have spent hours and hours helping form and grow these companies to ensure their success and equip them to benefit from all the Techstars network has to offer. And we'd be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to the previous Techstars Anywhere MD, Ryan Cooter, who continues to be an advisor and super mentor to all of these entrepreneurs. We're super proud of these companies and their founders, and our team cannot wait for you to meet them too. But wait, remember earlier I mentioned I have an ask for you? Let me step out of the world of Narya and my Narified self and step into our second storytelling AI product from our cohort, Fable. Just like in Fable, my ask for you is to make a choice. Where do we go from here? You have chosen to begin the 2024 Spring Techstars Anywhere Demo Day. That's a wise choice. It's time for you to see what we've already seen in these companies and founders and why we're known as #AnywhereAF. So without further ado, welcome to the 2024 Spring Techstars Anywhere Demo Day.
Let's take a little adventure together. Picture yourself sitting down to read as you turn the pages of one of your favorite books. But this time, instead of just reading it, you get to create it, one choice at a time. Creating stories you once thought were impossible. Like, what if Voldemort kills Harry Potter? Or what if Arthur can't quite pull that sword from the stone? What would happen next in those stories? The choice is yours, and that's Fable. With Fable, you become the author, the hero, and the villain, as every decision you make changes the fate of the tales you weave. Every choice you make, from the seemingly mundane to the monumental, creates a story that is uniquely your own. At Fable, it's a place for you to explore and unlock your own creativity. Whether that's starting by creating a new story for one of those favorite characters of yours, or maybe you bring to life a story that's in your own imagination and share that with your friends and family. Or just maybe you make a name for yourself as a creator on the Fable platform. The Fable story itself started late last year with a very simple proof of concept that quickly got thousands of users playing Fable. Off of that success, we raised a $1 million pre-seed round and focused on launching our open beta, which I am thrilled to say we launched just a few weeks ago. In those few weeks, we've already seen more than 5,000 people using Fable, making more than 21,000 chapters that they get to read and explore. Already, they are spending an average of 3 hours per week on Fable, and over 100 of them are proud paying subscribers. Behind the magic of Fable is an incredible team of creators, technologists, and storytellers, with the backgrounds ranging from Google and Meta to artificial intelligence and gaming, and previous startups and exits. We're creating the future of entertainment. This is just the start of the Fable saga. Today, you're creating amazing stories and writing fan fiction. Tomorrow, it's manga and comics, and soon, interactive television shows and videos. Today, I invite all of you to come experience the magic of Fable with us, with 1 month free on us. Together, we're going to weave the tales that will captivate millions. So yeah, that's a great question. The way Fable makes money is it's a freemium service. So every user gets to come in and read as much as they want really for free. And there's ads and queue times as the chapters are generating, things that make the free experience unlimited, but still somewhat constrained in certain ways. We give the more premium experience to monthly subscribers. They get our most advanced models, they get ad-free experience, they get shorter queue times when we're under extreme load or under high occupancy time. And then also, ultimately down the road, we're also gonna give authors and creators ways to boost. Think of like boosting your post on Facebook or Reddit. You'll be able to boost your fables so more people get to read them as you wanna create a following and things like that. So that's right now how we're doing it, and I'm sure down the road there'll be additional ways that we'll monetize. Yeah, so how we acquired these first 5,000 users, it is a mixture of paid media, paid social, mostly Facebook, but we're actually already seeing 20 to 25% organic growth in those first few weeks. And so we'll keep the paid advertising going. You certainly want to get that engine going and have enough momentum behind it. But we're also focusing in the coming weeks on more social media, more Reddit outreach, things like these fan fiction groups that are primed for this type of content. They are congregated in and condensed in certain areas on Reddit, on a few fan fiction sites that we can go out to directly and reach out to them, bringing down our user acquisition cost. But already in a few weeks, having 20% organic feels fantastic.
We all know the struggle. It's 5 a.m. and the sunlight slips through the curtains, cutting short your sleep. For parents, if the sunlight didn't wake you up, it surely woke your child. Suddenly, the entire household is awake and groggy, starting the day on the wrong foot. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a widespread issue affecting millions. 84 million people in the US alone suffer from insufficient sleep. And poor sleep is linked to diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and depression. As a neuroscientist, I know firsthand that even the slightest sliver of light sneaking through your curtains can wreak havoc on your circadian rhythm and your sleep quality, leaving you feeling drained and underslept all day long. Desperate for the darkness that leads to better sleep, consumers often resort to makeshift fixes like taping garbage bags to windows. They spend significant amounts on products that promise total darkness, only to find them all fall short. And these methods are not only unsightly, but also prevent you from easily letting in that natural light during the day. Natural daylight is crucial for our well-being. It regulates our mood, stabilizes our circadian rhythm, and synchronizes our internal body clocks. Without it, sleep patterns can become chaotic, leading to a cascade of negative health effects. And that's why we created OtterSpace. OtterSpace is here to provide an amazing sleep environment to address this problem. We launched with an effective solution for complete light control. With our patented design, achieving total darkness has never been easier. Simply attach our window plate to the window frame, clip the magnets onto the blackout curtain, and then easily pull the curtain away to let in light or press it back onto the window to seal out every bit of light. It's also compact, portable, and perfect for on the go. Our customers absolutely love it. The flood of positive feedback shows we're on the right track. And since starting Techstars, we have tripled our weekly revenue to $20,000 a week and counting. And we have big plans for the future. Our vision at OtterSpace extends beyond simply blocking light. We're developing a comprehensive suite of sleep solutions that address the top 3 sleep disruptors: light, temperature, and comfort. Sleep is a universal need affecting everyone, everywhere. OtterSpace is on a mission to ensure everyone can experience the best sleep of their lives. OtterSpace will be a household name synonymous with a good night's sleep. I'm Melissa Smith, the CEO and founder of OtterSpace. As a mother with a PhD in neuroscience, I understand the importance of sleep for cognitive function and overall health. With OtterSpace, we're redefining the experience of sleep. Let's turn out the lights on poor sleep, one window at a time. So our patented blackout products are reliable and they stay securely in place. So there's no worry about them falling and waking you from your nap or your sleep. They also fit almost any window size by simply adjusting the position of the magnetic blocks on your curtain. So there's no need for custom blinds. Since they don't damage windows, they're also an excellent option for renters or those staying in hotels or an Airbnb. Plus, you don't need a curtain rod because our magnetic blocks are designed to stay in place behind blinds if you don't use curtains. What inspired me to start OtterSpace was my personal experience as a parent. After the birth of my second child, I was struggling with the long summer days in Seattle where the sun would sneak through the gaps of our blackout curtains and wake my kids up at the crack of dawn. And I was really frustrated by the limited options on the market. So I was determined to create a solution that truly blocked out all of the light. So after developing many different prototypes, I created our magnetic blackout blocks, and they offer a simple, effective way to ensure a perfect sleep environment. And this makes life easier for all families like mine.
We all know this fixture, the faucet. It turns water on or off, but does it really give us control over our home's water? Not exactly. Introducing the world's first AI-powered smart water control system, giving you full control over water coming into your home and empowering you to reduce water consumption and save money right from your smartphone. Most people don't give their water much thought. It just works. But sometimes life happens. Leaks cause damage or costs explode. Over the last 2 years, my water bill has doubled to over $4,000. I was shocked. Frustrated with high water bills and expensive repairs after leak damages, I needed a solution. I needed a way to not just turn water on and off, but to easily adjust the water pressure on demand. I needed a way to not just detect leaks, but to stop them before they became a disaster. And I needed a way to track and reduce how much water we used, because telling a teenager to wrap up their shower never works. That solution didn't exist on the market, so we set out to build it. Hi, I'm TJ Cooley, co-founder and CEO of Namara. We give people total control of the water coming into their home with an AI-powered variable flow controller. Our customers use up to 30% less water without a noticeable change in pressure, slashing their water bills and conserving water for future generations. Namara is as simple as set it and forget it, but users can make adjustments as needed right from their phone. And if a leak happens, Namara sends users an alert. And if it's catastrophic, the device shuts their water off to prevent major damage. And at a time of rising water scarcity and uncertainty, Namara's mission is to save every drop. The way Google's Nest gave you control over your home's temperature, we're bringing the same power to your home's water. The smart home IoT market is booming, with the TAM growing to $55 billion by 2028 at a CAGR of 9%. Namara taps in with a patented system that connects with existing smart home technologies installed directly on your home's water main. Namara is built different. Unlike the market's current rudimentary products that only turn on and off, Namara's patented valve offers continuous, effective, total control in the palm of your hand. Our pricing model is an initial hardware installation of $2,500 plus a $5 monthly subscription fee. We've progressed from concept to pilot, with prototypes now installed in homes throughout our native San Diego. Our patent is approved, and our pre-order campaign is now live on our website, namarawater.ai. We're also partnering with manufacturers like IPS Corporation, which is set to purchase 2,000 units, scheduled to hit the market by 2025. Beyond manufacturers, we started with home builders, who are regulated to include water conservation tech in new construction, as well as working with insurers to reduce premiums and lower loss ratios. Our data-driven approach will target homeowners in arid regions where water bills are high and supply is scarce. Our team is a blend of seasoned tech innovators and industry specialists passionate about sustainability, with experience at top companies like VMware, Tesla, and Broadcom. Water is life. It's what makes us, and Namara is made for you. Help us empower every household to control, conserve, and understand their water use like never before. Are you ready to make some waves? Great question. Partners like IPS Corporation will be a main reseller and distributor for our product in the US and Canada. Their representative agents, along with their direct sales and business development teams, will promote our solution as the best option in their comprehensive package of water damage prevention technologies. This solution will be sold to homeowners and home builders through a well-established national network of wholesalers and skilled plumbers and contractors who are already familiar with leak detection technologies. Another great question. Namara stands out in a market littered with outdated ball valve designs by offering a groundbreaking approach to water control. Unlike competitor products that are often unreliable and ineffective, Namara provides precise and comprehensive control over water usage and consumption. While other products merely alert users to leaks and shut off water automatically, Namara goes further by delivering unprecedented control, insights, and efficiencies through our innovative approach. we empower homeowners to actively manage their water consumption in ways previously impossible, transforming their interaction with water. This paradigm shift not only makes Namara a market leader, but also sets the stage for significant growth and impact.
%90 of our U.S. fresh food supply comes from family farms. And 1.6 million family farms are struggling to survive, despite the ag industry making up a whopping $1.5 trillion of our GDP. But why are our farms struggling? Well, the problem with farms today is how they're fundamentally set up. They have distributed workforces with no digital comms, big reporting requirements, and a limited labor supply. And 84% of farms are operating with pen and paper. That's why I built Agri-Trak, a SaaS tool that digitizes workforce and production tracking. I'm Jamie Sonneville, a fifth-generation apple grower from upstate New York, and I'm on a mission to save family farms. And I started with my own. Agri-Trak illustrated that we were losing money on the 50-year-old pear crop that once supported my family. But why didn't we know that beforehand? It's actually quite simple. Farms don't have access to consistently accurate data. That's because farms are antiquated and most of their data lives in scattered stacks of paper. Think of the old adage, dirty data in, dirty data out. Through real-time data collection, we've created a platform that gives farmers access to their data and allows them to analyze their operations in ways they never could before. Agri-Trak works through a series of apps. We have a mobile timer for workers to check in and out and record tasks, a tablet app for managing crews and production inputs, and a desktop web dashboard where all of the field data is aggregated for reporting and analytics. The platform's simplicity and voice-activated tech enables easy in-field data collection, resulting in near frictionless adoption. And it all starts with a tap. Employees use NFC fobs to tap our tablets, which punches them into Agri-Trak. It's similar to a traditional time clock, only it was purpose-built for farms with distributed workforces and zero connectivity. With a simple tap, you get this kind of info about each employee and all of the jobs they've completed. Farms haven't had access to clean data like this before. Now, they have the ability to measure data sets. And we all know, if you can measure something, you can grow it. For example, one grower reported that our data showed they should increase worker lunch periods to ensure they weren't paying employees for work that they weren't doing. This led to a significant labor cost savings. And after only 8 weeks, this cost savings enabled them to hire another harvest laborer. And this is the team that's going to save family farms. I'm a farmer entrepreneur with a history of building successful businesses, and I have a passion for IT. And Jason is our CRO, a hands-on operator and a go-to-market strategist. We've created a model built for scale, achieving 100% year-over-year growth and $200K in ARR with 30 farms across New York and Michigan. We've built a winning close strategy with a 46% demo to win ratio. As more farms tap in with Agri-Trak, we'll amass a powerful data set. At scale, this offers better crop planning and rotations, the ability to leverage historical data, provide predictive weather AI, and enable smarter transactions and planning by grocers. A single tap can impact the future of family farms. A series of taps will impact the food supply chain, which ultimately impacts all of us. Join us in our mission to empower 1.6 family farms while strengthening our domestic food supply chain. Our platform is definitely scalable. We currently have 30 paying subscribers, but also have the data from another 120 farms because a labor broker uses the back end of Agri-Trak to process H2A contracts. We can easily scale by upgrading the hardware and software service that we use through DigitalOcean. Moving from 30 to 1,000 farms won't be a problem from a tech standpoint. From a go-to-market standpoint, we've built a proven sales model that's repeatable. We have benchmarks for funnel conversion by stage and a deep understanding of our customer and how they buy. The biggest challenge in the field is having a distributed workforce without digital comms, and there's different operational nuances on every farm. But Agri-Trak was built to accommodate these nuances by offering various ways to enter data and check in workers. Our solution is digital and in real time. However, we don't require Wi-Fi connectivity, which means farms can make inputs from anywhere. We also know that many of our users struggle with technology and possibly literacy. So we've built a near frictionless solution that doesn't require farm employees to learn new tools or to read written word. All it takes is a tap to interact with our tablets.
Loneliness is killing us. It increases the risk of premature death by 26%, according to the US Surgeon General. Today, 2 out of 3 young Americans say there's not a single person who truly sees and knows the real me. And a lack of meaningful human emotional support is now the #1 driver of depression, burnout, and high healthcare costs. At the same time, more than a decade of research clearly shows that non-clinical people can produce better outcomes than many clinical providers across key metrics in this area, even reducing hospitalizations or acute care incidents for people already suffering from depressive symptoms. Shoulder upskills compassionate people to provide mental and emotional care through organic, confidential relationships. Our private network of caregivers is trained and qualified in outcomes-based methods that are non-clinical, providing fast access to radically affordable care and support without the stigma for that invisible yet essential part of a human life. We fill that critical gap in our modern mental health landscape between expensive clinicians and providers or meditation apps, digital resources, and chatbots. We're a standard gig economy two-sided marketplace. So just like Airbnb has hosts and guests, we have shoulders and sharers. We sell as an employee benefit, and we also have direct pay customers because employees keep referring people who don't yet have the benefit covered through their own employer. And we charge for the initial training, which is the first step in becoming a provider on our platform. The 6 top burnout industries in the United States alone represent over 130 million Americans and just under $40 billion of market opportunity for shoulder. We're starting with K-12 education and frontline healthcare employers. We've maintained a 100 NPS since the first of this year across over 600 sessions with a 98% rebook rate. We have shoulders on 3 continents, delivering care in 3 native languages already: Spanish, French, and of course, English. And our pipeline today represents well over $4 million of new opportunities. My name is Rhett. I've held strategic growth roles or executive positions at public companies like Apple, Zillow Group, and Gaia. Our phenomenal team includes sought-after executive coaches, nonprofit leaders, a prior founder of 2 employee benefit companies, both with successful exits, and experienced senior executives from venture-backed startups. We're not just building a company. We are defining a category: shouldering. To shoulder someone, or to know how it feels to be shouldered. And we'd love to invite you to experience a session for yourself. So now, as we like to say at Shoulder, the only thing missing is you. We're often asked about the legal risks that come along with being a non-clinical provider in a healthcare space or a healthcare adjacent space. And safety has always been our #1 priority from the day I started the company. And we engaged very quickly one of the top law firms in the country, Foley Lardner, to support us in creating multiple layers of protection. They work with the Mayo Clinic and many teletherapy and telemedicine platforms. Our practice lead there, within the first couple of minutes of our conversation, understood exactly what we were doing and has helped us structure the right kinds of protections for the company, for our providers, and for the people using the service. That said, non-clinical is actually becoming a big reason that we're highly preferred. People enjoy being able to talk to someone without logging an electronic medical record or an electronic health record event, without being tracked in those systems, without having notes taken, being diagnosed or put on a treatment plan. And that's an important aspect of that first step that gets people to take their time to look at their own lives. And that's where we plan to stay, and that's how we like to meet people. The path to becoming a shoulder starts with a 2.5-day immersive online experience. It's a workshop where we learn by doing. We teach a skill and then toss people into breakout sessions instantly to practice that skill so they understand how it feels to both deliver and receive each skill. We have a core framework and methodology. We have a 50-minute session arc and some basic structural aspects along with the core skills that are taught in that 2.5 days. Following that, there's a 6 to 8 week process of ongoing practice with supervision in very structured, what we call pods. And at the end of that experience, prospective shoulders can go through a formal qualification process that ends in a final threshold experience where they're then qualified to deliver care on the platform. After that, there's quality assurance, ongoing education, and regular structured meetups through our online community, which is highly active with our providers.
Hi, I'm Anya, a former data scientist, programmer, entrepreneur, and founder of RedVest, an educational stock market game for Gen Zs. Being a technical founder, I can code in around 15 programming languages, so I can turn ideas into features very fast, and it makes my company exceptionally cost-effective. RedVest is my second venture. Around 4 years ago, I started Redco, an AI software and mobile app development company. Building software for our hedge fund clients, I noticed a huge gap in the retail investing space, especially on financial education, so I built an app that teaches people investing and finance. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. 80% of people lose money in the stock market, but 83% of over 100,000 RedVest users make a virtual profit on our platform, so we're highly effective in teaching investing. Investing is easy. When you want to invest, you go to Robinhood. But there's not one big name that comes to mind when you think about learning investing yet. RedVest is a gamified stock market education platform. It's for Gen Zs who want to learn investing but don't know where to start. We provide a game hub of diverse finance games and educational content so that they can get ready to invest safely and confidently. Our app has 30-second fun stock market games to build muscle memory around identifying market trends, quizzes, leaderboards, and a live stock market simulator to practice trading with these new skills. The great thing is we can teach them before they turn 18, so we have access to this demographic that other fintech companies don't, which explains why we get approached by companies like Intuit for partnerships. We're just on our beta infancy stages, but we have 150,000 users, 10% month-over-month growth, 8-minute per session, 350,000 engagements monthly, 56,000 in user virtual profit, and we rank top 30 numerous times on the App Store without any marketing budget. Looking at our current growth, we aim to reach 3 million monthly active users and 20 million in annual revenue in the first 5 years. All numbers are based on our user base and revenue test. We already tested out some subscriptions very briefly last summer, and 3% of our user base subscribed. Our revenue streams the freemium business model to subscriptions, kind of like the Duolingo of financial education. We have packages for all levels of users, priced between $30 to $200. We are mainly B2C for now, but we're working on our partnerships with nonprofits, schools, and financial institutions like JP Morgan, USC, University of Denver, and LMU to then add a B2B layer. Our competitors target a niche audience of sophisticated investors, technical people that are already knowledgeable. They have a complex UI UX, hard to navigate for the general public. Despite that, these apps have millions of users and an immense amount of revenue. Our target audience, however, is much larger, the everyday person, and our competitive edge comes from our gamified and social learning experience that's highly effective. I already talked about myself, but we have a rockstar team of 12 USC master's students and some very impressive advisors, John, who's the founder of WAG, Chris from Triller, and Raj from Merrill Lynch. These are just a few of our users, but we want to change the world by financially empowering people like them. We're looking to partner up with schools, nonprofits, and financial institutions to join our mission to spread financial literacy. If you're affiliated with any, I would love to give you free access and chat more. I recently became an innovator in residence at USC Startup Garage. So we got granted a free office space, and I get to have USC master's students join Red Vest team each quarter. Now our team grew to 12 people. We have mostly engineers, business development, and project managers. They're gonna help us get to the next level. Our partnerships revolve around providing educational packages to financial institutions, nonprofits, and colleges. We'll be charging colleges and financial institutions, so that portion of the partnerships will play out a big role in our revenue generation. Partnerships are also going to create a seamless ecosystem around our user acquisition strategy. We won't ever charge nonprofits, and they will assist in assessing the value of new features and improving them.
If you've enjoyed the magic of a luxury vacation, you know how exceptional experiences can create lasting memories. Walking into your private villa, being handed a glass of champagne while your private chef preps in the kitchen, and a massage therapist waits for you by the pool. But if you're in the hospitality industry as a concierge or host, you know how painfully unprofitable it is to arrange and personalize those luxury experiences. And I should know. I'm Max Portacomsi, founder and CEO of Epicurate. I was one of the first chefs for hire in Sonoma and built the largest team of private chefs in the Bay Area. I was also the founding concierge for exclusive resorts when they expanded into wine country. I've watched the in-home luxury service industry grow from its infancy over the last 14 years. Now, my team and I are building Epicurate, a platform that makes it profitable for our travel partners to seamlessly deliver and manage in-home guest experiences. And we make booking personalized experiences as easy as making a restaurant reservation. If you're thinking, are people really spending that much on luxury services? The answer is yes. In the US alone, in 2023, people spent $36 billion on luxury services, including private chefs, massage, and yoga. Not only does the data paint a compelling picture of this massive opportunity, but just last year, Airbnb's Brian Chesky said, I think there's a $100 billion company that can be launched just doing experiences. And this is exactly what Epicurate's serving up. Our platform is a complete solution to turn any home into a private resort. We already have partnerships with some of the top hospitality brands, including Avant Stay and Capital One's Velocity Black. We've onboarded over 100 chefs in the top 20 US luxury travel markets, and we generated $12,000 in revenue just last month on $150,000 in bookings. I have a fabulous team supporting these efforts. They're former founders and executives from top tech and hospitality companies, including Salesforce, Viator, TripAdvisor, and Vacasa. And we're supported by a team of advisors who bring decades of experience in luxury hospitality, B2B, marketplaces, and AI. The future for Epicurate is promising. We have a wait list of travel partners and experience providers and are on track to generate $95,000 in quarterly revenue by the end of Q4 this year and over $600K quarterly by Q4 25. What's even more exciting is that $600K in revenue is based just on private chefs. We'll expand into sommeliers, mixologists, massage, and yoga towards the end of this year, which will unlock additional revenue opportunity. We are accelerating our partnership growth as we expand into new experience types that will quickly establish Epicurate as the best in-market platform for luxury experiences. We believe you should spend your time making memories, not arranging them. If you're Epicurious or interested in helping us bring this vision to life, reach out to me directly at max@epicurate.vip. Cheers. Unlike most gig economy platforms, we are a service provider first platform. I built Epicurate as a private chef and a concierge as something that I wanted to use myself. We're creating a network designed to truly earn our fees by providing a community, utility, and resources to grow together. That's not just me saying that. All of our chefs and travel partners that we've been introduced to, 98% have come on board and 100% have stayed there. We're starting off as a B2B platform so we can introduce ourselves to consumers through our travel partners and be introduced to our service providers, but we will definitely expand into a B2C market in the end.
Meet Luna, Luna loves stories. She loves creating stories. She loves playing with stories. She loves imagining stories. But Luna's not just a consumer of stories. She's also a creator. Luna's my daughter, and we got really frustrated trying to find stories that truly resonated with her and represented her. We tried a bevy of tools, but they all just fell, well, flat. Until Naria. Now we make our own stories. Luna is a co-creator of several books, characters, and stories. And did you know that Luna is just 18 months old? Each new wave of technology unleashes a new generation of storytellers and their stories. And yet, there are still billions of stories that remain untold. It's just really hard to bring your ideas to life. You have to have all of these skills all at the same time. And let's be real, who's got time for that? At Naria, we're changing the game. We're unleashing the imagination of the next generation of content creators. The way we do that is we apply generative AI at the moment they need it, when they need it. And then we supercharge that with the creativity of an incredible network for them. My name is Jose Gonzalez. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Naria. Let me show you how we can bring your imagination to life. It all starts with creating a character. Instead of using a bevy of tools and learning new prompting languages, at Naria, you can just upload a photo, and then we help you transform that photo into anything you want. It can be an astronaut, a superhero, or even an animal. And once you have your character, trust me, you're gonna wanna tell stories with it. At Naria, we help you bring your story to life, whether you're starting from a blank canvas to remixing any of the thousands of stories from Naria's community. Each story on Naria is made up of a set of scenes, which you can think of as pages of a book, panels of a comic, or even stills of an animation, much like the animation that we did for Demo Day. Once you have your story, you're going to want to share it. Every single element of a Naria story, from characters to the story itself, is completely shareable and reusable from your friends and family, to the Naria community, to any social network that you're on today, giving you infinite ways to co-create and share. At Naria, we see ourselves much like Lego, where the elements of a story are the building blocks for your creativity. And much like Lego, we're building a massive, multi-channel business fueled by our customers' imagination. And that's where we start, with the customers with the biggest imaginations of all, kids. Our goal is to bring Naria to every single child. And the way we do that is through a three-pronged approach that serves not just as our distribution channel, but also revenue channels for us. And it all starts in the home. 80% of US households with children have tablets. And those parents, like us, want positive screen time for their kids. Naria gives those parents exceptional value. You can bring your kids' creativity and imagination to life for just a small monthly fee. How cool is that? We're also actively partnering with famous kids IP to bring their brands and their characters to Naria to drive added engagement and a new revenue stream for these partners. And for educators who from day one have been so excited to bring Naria to their students, we're working with partners this summer to bring Naria into their hands. At Naria, we've seen incredible growth. Over 2,000 families have joined Naria to create over 100,000 different story elements. We have customers like Alexis, a grandmother in Spain, who's been co-creating stories with her granddaughter halfway across the world in Australia. Our team is made up of experts that have been building media products at some of the world's biggest media companies. We deeply understand the needs of creators and these brands, and that's why we're here today, to bring Naria to life for these customers. Our story is just getting started. I invite you to come co-create the next chapter of Naria with me, and go to naria.ai today to unleash your imagination. We've seen incredible storytelling products come out to market. One of the things that really separates us from them is starting with our team. Our team is made up of experts that have been working in media products at some of the world's biggest media brands for most of our careers. We deeply understand the needs of not just creators, but creators as customers and brands themselves. And one of the big insights that we've learned, from not just from that experience, but from also building Narya, is that at the end of the day, humans have an insatiable desire to create. And part of that is they want to hold the pen. Creators aren't looking for AI to do all the work for them. What creators are looking for is for AI to fill the gaps in the skills that they have so they can bring their stories to life. And that's what we do at Narya. We give you the pen to create, and we give you all the tools you need to create what you need with who you want, and then share that with the world. The way we monetize Narya, I like to joke, is a B to P to C business model. Business to parent to child. What we mean by that is, at the end of the day, on the home front, parents are the ones that hold the key for the credit cards. And so we have to bring exceptional value to those parents so that they can bring Narya to their kids. And we believe we do that. What other product lets you bring your child's imagination to life? Not only can you bring your child's imagination to life in the digital world, but you can bring it to life in the physical world. Narya, for a small fee, lets you bring to life your kids' creations as books, coloring books, stickers, and all kinds of other merch that we'll be releasing over the next year, which is just awesome. On top of that, we're also working with big, famous kids brands to bring their content to Narya. And here we're applying our experience in the video game space, where you can think of DLC packs and even battle passes as ways to monetize these kinds of brands on Narya for kids to go and create with. And additionally, for educators, we believe we have a strong product today with the current subscription that we offer for those educators. We also see a future where we can bring Narya to the classroom in the form of a classroom bundle. And I'll just add one more thing. On Narya, kids are creating their own IP. And that presents an incredible opportunity for us as we go forward of how we can not only grow their IP, but possibly monetize it as well.
Anxiety, apprehension, frustration. These are common sentiments I hear from people who are preparing for their next performance review. I've coached over 30,000 professionals on 3 continents. I've witnessed firsthand how the performance review process is fundamentally flawed. People managers are overstretched. 80% of employees feel that their performance is poorly managed. And every year, US businesses are losing $1 trillion due to voluntary turnover. When companies fail to invest in their people will leave. Fortunately, there's a better way. At Fire Memos, we empower employees to embrace a pivotal habit that accelerates their careers. And it starts with tracking your wins at work. Fire Memos transforms invisible work, small wins, and major milestones into a powerful archive of performance. We prompt you to record your achievements at work on a regular basis. Nailed that presentation? Save the outcome. Received praise from your boss? Log it here. And at the end of every month, you evaluate your biggest wins with AI-powered career coaching. It's simple, intuitive, and impactful. And for businesses, it's a compounding investment in your most valuable resource, your people. Employees benefit from personalized, on-demand career coaching that boosts their career confidence and productivity. At the same time, you're building an expanding portfolio of achievements for your next performance review. 94% of employees will remain at a company that invests in their professional development. And for companies that choose to make that investment, they see on average a 218% increase in revenue per employee. My name's Octavia Gorodima. I'm the CEO of Fire Memos. I'm an award-winning career coach and author, and I'm passionate about enabling others to do their best work. I've been hired by senior leaders at companies such as Google, American Airlines, and Chanel to coach their teams. On our team at Fire Memos, we have Amajit Kumar, an accomplished CTO with 2 decades of startup experience. Kristen Sullivan is our talented UX designer, and we're honored to have a deep bench of SaaS founders and leaders as mentors and advisors. Fire Memos was founded 6 months ago, and we're already racking up wins. We were accepted into Techstars, we shared our thesis in Harvard Business Review, and we demonstrated how Fire Memos works at a conference for the Oprah Winfrey Charitable Foundation. Our private beta launches this month, and Amplify Scholars, part of KIP and iMentor, will join our pilot program this summer. Fire Memos is a B2B SaaS company. We charge $119 per user for the year. Our go-to-market audience are rapidly growing remote and hybrid SMEs, and we currently have over 100 companies in our pipeline. Fire Memos ignites careers, accelerating performance to new heights. If you'd like to learn more, we'd love to connect with you. So I've observed through my work as a career coach that it can be really easy to underestimate the value in what we deliver at work. But our work matters. So we've built Fire Memos around this core premise that building your career is the most personal and the most valuable investment you will ever make. And we're here to celebrate each and every win that you make as part of your journey. You can see at a glance in our dashboard your momentum. You can see your number of wins to date. You can get spontaneous reminders of things that you have done well in the past. And with your monthly check-ins, you get the opportunity to reflect on your growth and learn how you can convey your milestone moments with your manager and your team with impact. More importantly, we are guiding our users on how to make recording and recognizing your wins a consistent habit. At the end of each month, you reflect on your 3 biggest wins, and when you make that a habit, by the end of the year, you're going to have over 30 achievements that you can use towards your next performance review. So at Fire Memos, we're really excited to leverage a product-led go-to-market strategy. We make it easy for our users to get started on Fire Memos right away and start adding their wins, track their momentum. And as you start to build more wins and see your growth, we make it easy for you to share your milestone moments with your boss, your peers, and your professional network. We're excited to make it easy and accessible for our users to recommend Fire Memos to others for their career growth. And running alongside that, we're using a B2B content marketing strategy that makes our users' career success stories at the heart of the case studies that we will be sharing.
Hey, I'm Mac, co-founder and CEO at Lucky Juice Box. When you're 10, imagination is the catalyst of play. Parks become enchanted forests full of wonder, massive rockets launch from your backyard and into space, life-size Pokemon battle during recess, and of course, the floor is always lava. But what if instead of just imagining these incredible experiences, you could create them yourself? At Lucky Juice Box, we're transforming everyday spaces into extraordinary playgrounds in a way you've never seen before, so that you can turn your imagination into reality. Our easy-to-use, user-generated content platform allows anyone to play and create immersive games in augmented reality. And it's not just for developers. We make it so simple that if you can play, you can build. And if you can build, you can make money. Think of us as the Roblox for the next trillion-dollar generation of computing devices, from your smartphone and Meta Quest 3 to the upcoming generation of AR glasses. We make creating games in the digital world as easy as the physical world. Simply place objects like coins, power-ups, and more in real-world spaces, like on top of a bunk bed or in front of your mom's expensive china. Experiment with your ideas or build off of our pre-created templates. Then share your masterpiece with the rest of the community and we'll automatically translate it from your room to any physical space. We're AR pioneers from our team's nearly 20 years combined at Niantic, the makers of Pokemon Go, with backgrounds in marketing, engineering, and design. I personally spent the last decade leading go-to-market for games across PC, console, and mobile, including managing a $45 million budget for EA Sports FIFA. My co-founder Chris founded Niantic's Skunkworks Labs, building futuristic games and prototype AR glasses. In fact, Chris may have more hours prototyping outdoor experiences for AR glasses than anyone in the world. So why now? While other entertainment industries like music and film have stalled or in decline, games continue to grow, fueled by emerging forms of play. Mobile games now drive more revenue than console and PC games combined. So what's the next generational shift that Meta, Apple, and Google are all betting on? It's augmented reality. AR is about to hit escape velocity. In fact, the growth rate of AR is expected to be double that of AI over the next 8 years. Pokemon Go to this day continues to make $1 billion every year. And if you compare the estimated sales of the Meta Quest line to the iPhone, you'll find they share a similar trajectory. The time for the next Ubers, Supercells, and Instagrams to be made is now. That's why we're building the Roblox for real-world spaces, a platform of incredible multiplayer AR experiences that you can not only play, you can build, thoughtfully designed for the devices and play spaces of today and tomorrow. We make money on every in-game transaction, such as unique skins for your character or access to premium game creation assets. We also drive revenue through generative AI asset creation, so you can say, hey Lucky, make me a hot dog-shaped car. We're launching the first playable alpha of our creator platform by the end of this year, with a full release in 2025. Ahead of the platform release, we're also eating our own dog food and shipping a standalone game called Mega Fireball. We're doing this as a way to get user feedback faster and drive our first $1 million in sales. And when the platform ships, you'll be able to make your own Mega Fireball. Now it's your turn to experience the future of gaming. Go to luckyjuicebox.com and join the private beta of Mega Fireball today. We can't wait to see what you think. The great thing about Lucky Juice Box is all the content we're making is super immersive, fun, and shareable. So when I think about our go-to-market strategy, one thing we haven't spent as much time on is our community building and our social. But that's also one of our secret weapons. So when it comes to social, we're going to kill it at short-form content in places like TikTok and Instagram by bringing our amazing immersive AR content into familiar spaces like your living room and showing off all the latest features, but also taking it to weird places, whether it's a landmark, a place like IKEA, whatever it's going to be. We know from working at our previous companies that interesting places with augmented reality creates for awesome content, and that's going to get us our first 1 million users. There's definitely a risk with XR headsets, but the great thing about Lucky is we're not just designing for one device, we're designing for them all. So whether it's a headset, glasses, or a mobile phone, we're making sure our software works on any of those tech stacks, and we're purposely designing for them right now.
Today's entrepreneurial spirit is surging. People are quitting corporate to build something of their own, and a young athlete or creator can make millions overnight. This is the future economy, and it's driven by human potential. But most of it won't materialize, because the first thing needed is also the hardest to get: capital. They call this the land of opportunity, but the truth is that the vast majority of all startup funding actually comes from savings and credit card debt. Everyday exceptional entrepreneurs are told they're too early or don't fit the mold for a bank loan or VC, and it's nothing personal. Hundreds of investors even passed on early Apple, Uber, and Airbnb. Investments are not personal, but they should be. As a team of investors and entrepreneurs ourselves, we know that the real driver of success is the person behind the idea. So we developed a way to bet on them. I'm Hannah Rich, co-founder and CEO of Inspire, the first platform for investing in extraordinary human potential. Now you can invest in the next Steve Jobs, Serena Williams, or Mr. Beast. You use GoFundMe to donate to someone, AngelList to invest in a startup, and now you go to Inspire to invest in a person you believe in. Our model unlocks opportunity, enabling an individual to raise money much like a company does. Like our first customer, who struggled for months to get a first check, but then got funded in one day on Inspire, before going on to raise $6 million from top VCs. The platform makes it easy. Here's how it works. Meet Sam, your most tenacious entrepreneurial friend, the type you've always known will be successful. He's already breaking records in corporate, but now it's time to bet on himself and build his own ideas. He joins Inspire. First, he'll need to pass the application and interview process. Next, Inspire will showcase an opportunity to invest in Sam's future ventures. He can then invite family and friends to invest, or be matched and featured to new investors on the platform. To make a deal, just click Invest, and Inspire handles the rest, including the legal and financial work. And after funding, investors follow along with progress updates, automated compliance, monitoring, and reporting over the next decade of their agreement. Sam will also get access to a curated resource hub where he can hire a developer, find a co-founder, or even partners for future funding. Today, we charge a one-time fee when the deal closes, but soon, just like AngelList, we'll earn broker fees and carry on every investment facilitated. So when the person you invest in goes on to exit a company or two, or they earn a great living as a creator, or maybe they make it big as an athlete, and when they do, everyone wins, in money and meaning. And even if their path changes, only Inspire's terms and proprietary legal structures are built to better balance risk and reward, which is how investors can do 10 times as many deals even faster and earlier. But Inspire isn't just for traditional investors. It's designed to be used by foundations, universities, and groups, and for influential icons to catalyze the next generation of rising talent. Already, we've facilitated millions of dollars in investments organically. Many were referred to us by VCs because we complement them, filling the gap at earlier funding stages. Because even sharks tend to invest in humans, it's only natural we put a structure around it, and it's inevitable. People already ride with, rent from, buy from, donate to, loan to people, not just companies. People investing in people is next. Inspire will be first to take it mainstream. Yeah, so these are highly specialized contracts. They're legally binding, and Inspire has built a robust multi-step process to ensure compliance with the investment terms. So we first monitor an individual's monthly income to ensure any required payments are being made. Additionally, we monitor new business creation over time and any career changes to make sure we're accurately managing any equity or royalties. Now, the process begins with self-reporting from the individual, and that's reinforced with third-party data from payroll providers, LinkedIn, and IRS returns. Any potential breach of contract would be quickly addressed and escalated if unresolved. So an angel investment is a single, one-shot, all-upside opportunity. It's very high risk. A loan, in contrast, is no upside and must be repaid no matter what. Inspire sits somewhere in the middle, filling this capital gap. Now, Inspire deals look different depending on whether you're investing in a founder, creator, or athlete. But not only do all Inspire deals have upside, but they also can offer less risk. Why do we do that? Well, to incentivize earlier funding when it's needed most. So here's one example. Say you invest in an early founder. If their first company fails, the person will either return to the workforce and share a bit of that salary with you just until your investment is returned, or 60% of founders will start more companies. Here, you would get an equity in those too. Now, Inspire investors find that it feels good to fund a human's future. Look, people do amazing things when afforded the time and resources. This is how we can unleash that potential.
When companies responsible for sending people to the most dangerous places in the universe aren't ready, bad things happen. With more people going to space than ever before, decisions about who to send and what gear to bring on these high-risk endeavors have to be made quickly. Decisions must be made with limited information and tools that are inadequate for the complexities involved, setting the stage for disastrous outcomes. And these issues aren't limited to space. High-risk organizations, like those involved in exploring the ocean, flying jets, or handling hazardous materials, often operate without a complete grasp of the risks they take, leading to more cost overruns, equipment damage, physical injury, and even death. We need a better way to measure, predict, and mitigate the potential for bad outcomes in the riskiest of jobs. I'm Gary Schneider, co-founder and CEO of Space Ready. We've brought in experts from NASA and commercial space to build a system that captures and characterizes data on people living and working in extreme environments to better communicate risk and keep operators safe. This process starts with capturing a picture of the entire system by collecting data from sources like wearable devices and existing health databases, and even habitats or vehicles. We apply our proprietary risk model, SPOC. SPOC helps operators understand the complex relationships between their occupational hazards, the outcomes of their missions, and all of the factors in between. We then communicate the risks, their likelihoods, and the consequences to decision makers, allowing our users to play what-if games with their missions before ever having to launch. In 2023, VCs invested $18 billion in the space economy, and an estimate of the market for evaluating risk in this high-cost, high-stakes industry is over $2 billion. With the addition of Earth-based industries like defense and hazardous workforces, the combined market opportunity is over $40 billion for software and tooling to mitigate risk. And we make money in 3 ways. For spaceflight training organizations, we give them the data they need to understand candidate performance and refine their protocols. For habitat and launch providers, we will provide the data-driven insights they need to make faster, more confident decisions about who and what to send into space. And for insurance companies, we provide a window into assessing and mitigating risk with data they have never had access to before. In the future, we'll expand our risk models to other industries that operate in extreme environments, like defense, maritime, and energy. Our team is ready. Our lead advisor is the former chair of NASA's Human Systems Risk Board. Our software is led by a Mars scientist, and 2 of our founders are trained to do science in suborbital space. We are at a unique moment in time when the cost of space travel is dropping, allowing for more governments and more commercial companies to participate. And since joining Techstars, we've partnered with top industry experts like the International Institute of Astronautical Science and Goldvisor, both world-class organizations that train commercial astronauts and researchers. Our mission is to empower high-risk organizations to take calculated risks and pursue the next wave of humanity's most dangerous missions with confidence. With our support, they can become ready for any space. Yeah, so the short answer is institutional inertia. NASA's tried to build similar systems in the past, and in fact, our models are based off of the work that folks at NASA have been doing for years. But like any government agency, they move at the speed of government, which is much closer to a snail than a rocket. NASA actually encourages companies like ours to take on the costs and the risks that they otherwise couldn't to keep the whole industry moving forward.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? Isn't it so fun to see how much the companies have progressed and grown since they started the program? We're so proud of the great progress that they've seen, and I know you're gonna wanna reach out to several of those companies right now. Before we end up, I wanna make sure we thank all the people that made today possible. Carly Furcade, who is our program manager and makes everything run perfectly. If there's anything that you've seen today or any part of the program that you love, Carly's the one who made it happen. I also want to thank Misty Kane, who serves as both investor and EIR for our program. She has been able to come in and add so much value, not only to our team, but also to the companies. Don't let me forget our other 2 amazing EIRs, Julie Penner and Kate Broddock. They've really come alongside, inserted themselves in these companies, working with these founders. A lot of the progress that you see today is accomplished because of the work that they've done. And last but not least, our amazing operational associate, Angela Gonzaga. She worked with Carly to help pull off all the logistical points of the program and made it seamless so that our founders had the best experience possible. A little bit about Techstars Anywhere. We've invested in more than 100 companies in the last 7 years. We're just getting started. You can see some of our companies here. They're out there doing amazing things, building companies, growing, and also coming back and participating in the program, offering valuable insight to our founders, coming and giving speeches and talks and workshops, and being a valuable part of our Techstars Anywhere ecosystem. The mentors are what really make Techstars special. I think it's really what separates us from other things out there that founders can go to. We really want to thank the mentors, all of you who have been engaged in the program this year and have been engaged in programs in the last year. You truly are the difference maker in the program. It is your subject matter expertise, your experience, and your knowledge and insight that really makes Techstars Anywhere the best program it could possibly be. We also want to thank our global network partners. They've played such a key role to support us in our program, as well as supporting the founders and offering really great services and solutions they need to build their business. Thank you so much for being here today. We're so glad you got to participate in our demo day. We know you're going to want to reach out to those founders today, so go ahead and do so. We appreciate your time, your interest, and all you do to support the Techstars family. #AnywhereAF.